Hello, Pastor Steve Waldron here with New Life Pentecostal Church in Albany, Georgia. Today with a book that examines current culture and the effects of technology on current culture. Now it's written by Mark Bauerlein. He's a professor at Emory University, also works for the National Endowment for the Arts. So this is not coming from, some raging Christian conservative point of view, but rather an analytical point of view that almost all college professors are noticing. Now, the title is really in your face, The Dumbest Generation. Now, you 50 and overs out there, which I'm one of you, don't start shouting and rejoicing quite yet, because you can fall prey to these things as well. But again, let me just read the back to you. This shocking, surprisingly entertaining romp into the intellectual nether regions of today's under 30 set reveals the disturbing and ultimately incontrovertible truth. Cyber culture is turning us into a society of know-nothings. If you've ever read Aldous Huxley's Brave New World and Brave New World Revisited, you know where that's going. That's where we're at. I find it fascinating in Brave New World, one of the places where they did genetic engineering was known as Chelsea. We'll stop there. You can connect that dot. The Dumbest Generation. How the digital age, this is the subtitle, stupefies young Americans and jeopardizes our future. The other subtitle is, or don't trust anyone under 30. Knowledge deficits, the new bibliophobes. Now, you remember the term bibliophile, lover of books? We have created a generation of bibliophobes. He's got statistics that the younger generation despise books. Screen time, online learning, and non-learning. The betrayal of the mentors. Instead of learning from 6,000 years of human history, mistakes and this type of thing, we're throwing it all in the garbage and trying to create a new virtual reality. Think about that. You're not getting the wisdom and the knowledge and the mistakes of others because you're not reading and learning it. No more culture warriors. Fantastic book. Think about this. Right now, 1 out of every 7 people in America are on Facebook. That's not by accident. That is an addictive thing. In 1950, Americans had one set of beliefs, dressed one way, overwhelmingly. There was one cultural marker that changed everything, and that was the marker of television. Television didn't reflect culture as much as it used gradualism to change culture. Radio, music would have been in that mix as well. Hollywood and movies, we can kind of all lump that in to popular culture and the popular culture matrix. Now, in the last 10 years, we have 7, 8, 9-year-olds that are spending 6 hours a day in front of a screen. It's become an electronic babysitter. This is affecting the way they're learning. They can't, like when I teach, this is empirical. Young people today have shorter attention spans than goldfish. That is real. The goldfish has an 8-second attention span. Children have a 7-second. It used to be an 8-hour attention span. What happened? Electronic media. So it's turning us into superficial people, people that can't see the future, they can't go into complex equations, they can't understand the ramifications and implications of certain things. It's bread and circuses, the bread and circus generation. Just give me bread and circuses and I'm fine. It's who's doing what, who's posting what selfie where, who's sending what Snapchat to whom, who's doing what Vine to who, and on and so forth. Someone thinks they can take 30 selfies a day and that people are going to be intricately interested in them. So often it's just soft pornography and these type of things under another guise. And so our young people are being raised with a totally, a radically different set of thinking processes. They can't focus. They can't concentrate. They're not just multitaskers. They can't just listen to one thing at the time because their mind and the environment has trained them not to. So it's very difficult. So they have the wealth of the world at their fingertips and can't access it. But the wealth of the world is also highly manipulatable by who owns the electronic media. So again, I know the title's in your face. What's in here? The statistics, the thoughts are invaluable. I was thinking Harold Bloom may have. Yes, he did. Harold Bloom, The Closing of the American Mind. You remember that bestseller? Wrote an urgent and pragmatic book on the very dark topic of the virtual end of reading among the young. They betrayed their elders. They betrayed their mentors. Every good thing that has been learned from previous generations is being lost on this generation. Bernie, Bernie. Venezuela collapses because of Bernie's policies, and they can't connect the dots. God bless you. Let's have great revival in this end time in Jesus' name.